Isn't it wonderful how easily I achieve my goals? Isn't it wonderful that I am surrounded by love and positivity? Isn't it wonderful how every day brings new opportunities? Isn't it wonderful that I am constantly growing and evolving? Isn't it wonderful how my dreams are becoming realities? Isn't it wonderful that I attract abundance effortlessly? Isn't it wonderful how I overcome challenges with ease? Isn't it wonderful that peace and joy are always within my reach? Isn't it wonderful how my relationships are strengthening and deepening? Isn't it wonderful that I possess boundless creativity and inspiration? Isn't it wonderful how my confidence grows daily? Isn't it wonderful that every step I take is towards my ultimate success? Isn't it wonderful how I am in perfect health and vitality? Isn't it wonderful that the universe supports all my endeavors? Isn't it wonderful how I radiate positivity and attract the same? Isn't it wonderful that I am a magnet for miracles? Isn't it wonderful how I live in a state of constant gratitude? Isn't it wonderful that my intuition guides me towards the right paths? Isn't it wonderful how my life is filled with harmony and balance? Isn't it wonderful that I am resilient and adapt to change gracefully? Isn't it wonderful how every day I am closer to achieving my dreams? Isn't it wonderful that I am surrounded by supportive and loving people? Isn't it wonderful how I find joy in the simplest things? Isn't it wonderful that my heart is always open to give and receive love? Isn't it wonderful how I am a beacon of hope and positivity? Isn't it wonderful that I possess the power to create my reality? Isn't it wonderful how I attract success in all areas of my life? Isn't it wonderful that I am at peace with my past, present, and future? Isn't it wonderful how I am blessed with infinite potential? Isn't it wonderful that every moment is a new beginning? Isn't it wonderful how my life is a reflection of my highest self? Isn't it wonderful that I am a master of my thoughts and emotions? Isn't it wonderful how my actions align with my deepest values? Isn't it wonderful that I am deserving of all the goodness life offers? Isn't it wonderful how I transform obstacles into stepping stones? Isn't it wonderful that I am a source of inspiration to others? Isn't it wonderful how every decision I make leads to greater happiness? Isn't it wonderful that I am in harmony with the universe? Isn't it wonderful how I effortlessly attract prosperity? Isn't it wonderful that my spirit is adventurous and fearless? Isn't it wonderful how I am respected and valued by those around me? Isn't it wonderful that I am a powerful creator of my life story? Isn't it wonderful how I maintain a positive outlook in all situations? Isn't it wonderful that I am guided by a deep sense of purpose? Isn't it wonderful how every day I become a better version of myself? Isn't it wonderful that I am connected to the endless abundance of the universe? Isn't it wonderful how I am always in the right place at the right time? Isn't it wonderful that my life is a journey of constant learning and growth? Isn't it wonderful how my inner peace is unshakable? Isn't it wonderful that I'm living my life to the fullest, embracing every moment? Isn't it wonderful how effortlessly I align with my highest purpose? Isn't it wonderful that my inner wisdom guides me in every decision? Isn't it wonderful how I am surrounded by infinite beauty and wonder? Isn't it wonderful that every day I am more attuned to my inner peace? Isn't it wonderful how my life is a canvas for my artistic expression? Isn't it wonderful that I am a conduit for positive change in the world? Isn't it wonderful how my spirit is uplifted and joyful every day? Isn't it wonderful that my journey is filled with meaningful experiences? Isn't it wonderful how each moment is ripe with potential and promise? Isn't it wonderful that I'm deeply connected to the natural world? Isn't it wonderful how I effortlessly manifest my heart's deepest desires? Isn't it wonderful that my life is a harmonious blend of work and play? Isn't it wonderful how my soul is nourished by creativity and innovation? Isn't it wonderful that my path is illuminated by clarity and understanding? Isn't it wonderful how I foster deep and lasting connections with others? Isn't it wonderful that my voice is heard and my contributions valued? Isn't it wonderful how I am constantly surrounded by inspiration? Isn't it wonderful that I am a living embodiment of serenity and strength? Isn't it wonderful how my mind is a wellspring of brilliant ideas? Isn't it wonderful that my actions create a ripple effect of positivity? Isn't it wonderful how I am attuned to the abundance of the universe? Isn't it wonderful that my heart is a sanctuary of compassion and empathy? Isn't it wonderful how my presence brings calm and comfort to those around me? Isn't it wonderful that my life is an adventure filled with growth and discovery? Isn't it wonderful how I'm a shining example of love and light in the world? Isn't it wonderful how every breath I take fills me with calm and clarity? Isn't it wonderful that I am a catalyst for positive transformation in my community? Isn't it wonderful how my life unfolds in perfect synchronicity? Isn't it wonderful that every night my dreams are vivid and enlightening? Isn't it wonderful how I am a living example of compassion and kindness? Isn't it wonderful that my words inspire and uplift those around me? Isn't it wonderful how my mind is an endless source of innovative solutions? Isn't it wonderful that I embrace each day with renewed vigor and enthusiasm? Isn't it wonderful how I am deeply attuned to the rhythms of nature? Isn't it wonderful that my laughter is contagious, spreading joy wherever I go? Isn't it wonderful how my presence brings a sense of calm and assurance to others? Isn't it wonderful that I celebrate every small victory along my journey? Isn't it wonderful how my heart is always open to new adventures and experiences? Isn't it wonderful that I am a beacon of hope in challenging times? Isn't it wonderful how my spirit is enriched by diverse cultures and ideas? Isn't it wonderful that my path is filled with unexpected delights and wonders? Isn't it wonderful how I am a master of balance, blending work, play, and rest harmoniously? Isn't it wonderful that every interaction I have is meaningful and enriching? Isn't it wonderful how I am surrounded by an aura of tranquility and grace? Isn't it wonderful that I am a portrait of health, vitality, and well-being? Isn't it wonderful how my intuition is a reliable guide, leading me to my true purpose? Isn't it wonderful that I am an architect of my destiny, building a life of fulfillment?